In this video, I'm going to show you how I create content as a coach. If you're struggling with how do I create content, how do I make the best piece of content that I could possibly make, stay tuned. I'm going to show you how right now. Listen, as a entrepreneur or a coach, it's super important for you to create content. Why? Because number one, it builds your authority. But number two, it helps you attract an audience who is willing to buy and pay what you're trying to sell. But most people struggle because they don't understand how to create content that helps convert people from just watching your page to following you, to creating a community, to getting somebody that's going to click and want to buy what you have. So I'm going to show you the steps that I take and that I'm taking currently right now in my business to actually make content. So the first step is you need to create, and what I did was I created content pillars. A content pillar is an overarching topic that you're going to create content for. So let's give you I'm gonna give you an example. So let's say if I was a relationship coach that helped married couples stay married. One of my topics could be I want to help couples with communication. Maybe my next pillar would be I want to help couples with their finances. And maybe my last topic, if I just had 3 pillars, would be I help couples with their love connection. So those 3 pillars are going to help me come up with ideas of content that relates to those topics that I can make that are going to help me stay on track with my marketing. Most coaches are struggling with making content. Most entrepreneurs are struggling with making content because they're not using overarching topics. They're just making content whenever. And I used to struggle with that too. I used to just make content whenever I felt like, oh, I have a video idea, or I have a Instagram post I want to make, or I have a YouTube video I want to put out. I just started thinking of ideas, but what I realized was that my content was just all over the place. But when I started using pillars and I focused on creating topics that I was going to cover my bases, number one, it helped me hone in on who my actual audience was. But number two, it allowed me to come up with ideas way clearer, and it helped me be able to streamline the process of figuring out what do the people that I'm trying to serve actually want to hear. So you need to create that content pillar for you. The second step is researching ideas. So after you have your content pillars, let's use this marriage counselor example. We have helping them with communication, helping them with finances, helping them create a love connection. What do I do now? I need to research ideas that fit in those topics. How do I do that? The way that I research my topics is I look for keywords. You can use something like Google Trends, or even going just to Google or YouTube or Instagram and typing in things that people are looking for, things that you may know, and seeing what people are actually searching for. One of the biggest mistakes that I made in the beginning of my entrepreneur journey was that I never research ideas. So I was just making content that I thought people wanted to know, but I was just making content that I liked. What I learned is if I'm going to make content, I have to start making content for the people and not for me. So what does that mean? That means I have to start making content that people are actively looking for, actively searching out, because it's going to build my audience faster. A lot of people that I talk to and that I've helped, they're like, I'm stuck. I don't know why nobody's coming to my page. I don't know why I'm not getting any more followers. The first thing I ask them is, are you making content for them or for you? Are you actually researching what those people that you want to serve are actually looking for? Or are you just making the content that you think that they're looking for, that you want to make, or that you think they should know about? So you need to research ideas. You need to figure out, let's use keywords to see what people are searching. Let's see what people are looking at. Or you could go to the top people in your industry, look at the content they're producing, look at what their highest performing videos are, and then you can take ideas from them. And bonus tip, one thing I really do that I've started doing often is I go into the comments of other people that are in my industry, and I take the comments that people are leaving, or maybe the questions that people are asking, and I turn those into pieces of content as well. So after you create your content pillars, you research your idea. The next thing I do is after I have an idea, I take that idea and I write out the content. I believe in making video content, so all my content that I make is usually video, but I don't believe in using scripts. What I do, I write out my content and I write out bullet points for what I want to say in my video or in the content I'm about to talk about. So I have a hook, I write the points And then in those points, I give the information, and then I give a CTA, a call to action to close. And if you write your content out like that, you're going to be able to clearly see what you want to talk about and how to navigate to get to that. The reason I don't use scripts is because I believe that if you use a script and you write down every single thing that you want to say, a lot of times your personality is going to get lost in the sauce. And understand this, remember this, if you're trying to get people to buy a product from you. People do not buy the product, they buy you. So if you're a coach, if you're an entrepreneur, if you're an expert, whatever, people are going to buy into you. And if you sound like a robot, if you sound like you're just reading off a script, people are not going to have that connection with you because they don't even feel like you're being real. So you have to be able to put yourself in a position where the content that you're making sounds personal. The content sounds like you. It feels like you. It feels like who you are as a person. And that's going to be the best way to get you to the next level. And then after I plan out my content, I record it. I record the content that I'm going to create and put out. Whatever it takes for you to record, whether you have a studio, whether you have an office, you can record outside, it doesn't matter. A lot of times we get caught up into where we're recording. I used to do the same thing where I was like, oh, the video isn't professional, but nobody cares about the surroundings more than they care about the content. If the content is good, if you're adding value to people, if the people are actually learning and you're giving them and you're serving them what they need, don't care if your lighting is not the greatest. They don't care that, you know, you may not have the best mic. That's okay. Now, of course, you can get to that level eventually, but that doesn't matter for right now. So you want to record the content. After you record, the next thing I do is edit all my content. I take out all the parts that I messed up. I take out all the, I try to take as many of the ums and uhs and pauses and messed up words that I take out. Then I post it. This is probably the hardest part for a lot of people. So a lot of people I know, and even myself included, in the very beginning, I would make content and it would just sit on my phone or sit on my computer and I would never post it. Guess what? Nobody's going to buy from you if you don't post. Nobody's going to go follow you if you don't post. Nobody's going to want to you're not going to be able to attract clients to you if you don't post. So you have to post it. And then lastly, the most important part of creating content is you need to analyze the content. What a lot of people do is they just post and then post again and then post again. No, yes, you should post consistently, but you should also analyze the content that you post. Why? Because the analytics are going to tell you what you need to fix. Maybe you notice that you didn't get as many views on this video as you did in the last video. So let's study and see, okay, what did I do on this video that got me a lot more views than this one? Maybe people clicked in the first 10 seconds, but then they didn't watch all the way through. Okay, where did they start watching? Why did they start watching? What can I do in the next piece of content that I post so that way people don't do that? So you have to kind of figure out what's going on. Maybe you see it blew up. So now I know, okay, I need to post more content like this. So after you're done posting, the key is that you have to start analyzing what you're posting so you can make better and better content. Because the key is not just to post. The key is to get better and better and better. And it's like playing a sport. If I'm shooting basketballs all day and I keep missing, and I just keep taking the shot the same, doing the same thing over and over again, I'm going to keep missing. But what if I take a shot and I miss, and then I analyze and say, okay, I need to maybe put my arm up higher. Maybe I need to jump a little higher when I shoot the ball next time. And then I make those adjustments, and I see I get closer to the hoop. Then I make a little bit more adjustments, and then next, it goes in, and I start doing the same thing over and over again. Now I'm starting to make more shots in a row, and then I become more consistent at doing the thing that I want to do. So number one, you need to have a content pillars. Then 2, you need to research your ideas. 3, you need to plan out your content. Then 4, you need to record it, or however you're doing. If you're doing written content, you need to write it. Then 5, you need to edit it. 6, post, and then 7, analyze it. If you do those 7 things, you're going to start creating better and better content. Listen, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you like and leave a comment letting me know what part resonated the most with you. Listen, I'll see you in the next video.